It's still Ghana month, so we're going to finish strong with this flavorful classic Fante Fante, also known as fisherman stew paired with some soft banku. If you love both flavors and authentic Ghanaian dishes, you're in for a treat, so let's get into it. Okay, first things first, ingredients: you need some onions, ginger garlic, green chili peppers, and green bell peppers. I'm also using a few bay leaves and rosemary leaves for that nice aromatic touch. And of course, you cannot forget the fresh tomatoes, that's the key for this stew. Now go ahead and blend the onions, ginger, garlic, and peppers together, and feel free to adjust the quantities based on your own taste. It's your kitchen after all. Next here I have the star of the show, fresh tilapia. It's already nicely washed and cleaned. So I'll season it with some salt, fish seasoning, and a bit of the blended mix. I'll then let it marinate for about 30 minutes to an hour here or longer. If you've got the time, the longer the better for flavor. And we want to build flavor into the fish itself before adding it to the stew, so it's not just soaking up the taste from the sauce. This way, every bite of the fish is seasoned all the way through and not bland. So give it a good mix to combine everything, cover and let it marinate. So while the fish is soaking in all that goodness, let's start on the stew. So in a pot, heat up some palm oil, then toss in your chopped onions and we'll let them fry for about 2 minutes until fragrant on medium heat. After that, I'm adding in some of the blended mix we made earlier. That's the onion, ginger, garlic, and pepper blend. Let it fry for about 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. And now while that's going on, I'll go ahead and blend the fresh tomatoes. You can blend them smooth or leave them a bit chopped if you prefer some texture in your stew. It really depends on how you like it. The blended mix has fried nicely at this point, so you'll notice the color deepens a bit. So now I'll go ahead and pour in the blended tomatoes. And to build even more flavor, I'm adding some natural herbs and spice seasoning along with a bit of shrimp seasoning. And hi there, Aquaba, and welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I really appreciate you being here and watching. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, do your girl a solid and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Okay, so then I'll just let the tomatoes cook down slowly, stirring occasionally until most of the moisture is gone. You know it's ready when the sauce thickens and you start to see oil rise to the top. That's when you know you've got a solid base ready for the fish. And of course, what's Fante Fante without some soft, stretchy banku on the side? I had to include a little clip for that goodness because this stew and banku combo, it just hits different. But this stew also goes really well with ga or Fante kenke, boiled yam, or even plain rice, depending on what you have or what you're craving. Now, a little background: Fante Fante is a traditional Ghanaian fish stew that originates from the Fante people along the coast of Ghana, especially in the central region. And it's often called fisherman stew because it was commonly prepared right by the sea using the freshest catch of the day. It's simmered in a simple tomato and pepper base. It's bold, it's flavorful, and honestly, it never misses. Okay, so once the stew is nice and thick, it's time to add in that marinated tilapia just as I have. Reduce the heat, cover the pot, and let it simmer gently for about 5 to 10 minutes here on low heat. I will check back in, give everything a gentle stir, just enough to move the fish around without breaking it apart. At this point, the stew has thickened nicely and the flavors are really coming together. The aroma is given really delicious at this point. I will also be throwing in a few whole peppers for that extra kick, totally optional, especially if you're not big on heat, but for those of us that like a little spice, it takes things to the next level. And just like that, friends, our Fante Fante is ready. Rich, flavorful, and perfect with that soft banku on the side. And since it's still Ghana month, I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate than with this classic dish from the coast. Thank you so much for cooking with me, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Ghanaian recipes if you haven't yet, and until next time, stay safe and blessed always.